for? He's not in the mood.
My girlfriend is otherwise engaged.
Miguel is your best friend. Don't tell me you're jealous, Reese.
I just wish everyone was with who they're supposed to be with. Not that I wouldn't do anything to help out my buddy's love life, but I just hate this whole idea Tabitha cooked up about getting Charity jealous so she realizes that she loves Miguel. He's supposed to be my girl.
I know, Reese. But if it works to get Miguel and Charity back together, then
Does it look like it's working?
Of course it's not working, you numbskull. It might stand a chance if that were the real Charity Dirty Dancing with John Boy over there.
But nobody knows the real Charity's locked in a block of ice, trapped in that cave.
No, and nor will they, unless you and your loose lips blurt it out, which they won't, will they? No, you just stay close by my side and enjoy the lovely effects of Kay's magic spell. I just love this other Charity she's conjured up. She's got so much more zip to her than that dreary drawers in ice.
Timmy likes the real Charity much better.
Oh, Timmy, Timmy, Timmy. Ever since you became a real boy, you've been quite insufferable. Oh, never mind. You're all I've got.
Timmy loves his princess, too. It's just, Timmy thinks it's wrong to break up two people that love each other.
But you know perfectly well, if Charity and Miguel hadn't been separated, they'd be consummating their love by now, which would mean certain curtains for you and me. No, this is the only way we can keep the real Charity from coming into her full powers of goodness. Thank Hades, the fake Charity doesn't have any powers. She looks ready to consummate something with anyone tonight. In my day, they had names for girls like that.
Teresa, I've been looking all over for you. Don't tell me that something else happened with Ethan.
Now, I have to believe that Ivy's changed. That she's finally accepted that you and I are going to stay together come hell or high water. Literally. Like, there's no way she can still be scheming to break apart our marriage.
Like it or not, you are going to stay here and finish the job I brought you here to do.
But things are different now, Ivy. I didn't care what you wanted me to do to Sam and Grace's marriage because I didn't know them. But now I do. Now I see the kind of love and trust that they share. I don't want any part of it.
Well, too late. No, you are in far too deep to back out now. Unless you want your sordid past brought to the light of day. But I don't think you want your son, John, to know all there is to know about his father.
You are truly evil.
I just want what I want, and that's Sam. And I wouldn't be so judgmental if I were you, David. Sam was mine long before he was Grace's, and once he's mine again, Grace will be a sad and lonely divorcee. Just ripe for the picking. You can marry her and give John the mother he never knew he had.
But it's not his real mother.
So what? You have already told the big lie. All I'm suggesting is that you let it ride and give everyone a happy ending. What could possibly be wrong with that?
You are gonna be so busted, Ivy. Just wait till Sam finds out that David is not married to Grace and that John is not her son. Oh, it's all just part of your elaborate scheme to get Sam back. Oh, Ivy, you are going down. You are going so far down.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of the bird I knew could take me highest. Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
So did something new happen with Ethan?
I finally worked up enough courage to talk to him.
And?
I told him how much I loved him, how sorry I was for hurting him, and that I would spend the rest of my life trying to make it up to him.
And how did he take it?
He said as much as he wishes he could forgive me, he can't. What I did was just too awful. But the worst part is, he admitted that he still loves me. How can you want to end things with the person you're in love with?
I don't know that that's what he wants. I just think that maybe that's how things need to be right now, that's all.
What's wrong with me, Whitney? How could I betray the trust of the person I love most in the entire world?
I know you didn't think things would end up the way that they did. You gambled on the fact that Ethan would never find out that you were pregnant with Julian's baby.
I should have listened to you. Should have confessed everything, because now I have lost Ethan for good.
You know, you don't know that for sure. Maybe in time he would be able to work past this whole thing.
No, not a chance. Gwen's already worked herself back into his life. The last time I saw Ethan, she was in his arms. It's over, and it's all my own fault.
I guess I don't have to pay a penny for your thoughts. They're all about Teresa, aren't they?
You don't have to worry about me, Gwen. I'm okay.
Ethan, you don't have to cover with me. I've known you most of your whole life, remember?
I just didn't think it'd be this hard.
You thought you were going to spend the rest of your life with this woman. This would be hard on anyone.
Yeah, but what she did was like a stab in the back. You know, I'm so furious, I don't know if I have room to feel anything else.
What exactly did she say to you? And if you don't want to tell me, I completely understand.
She asked me to forgive her and give her another chance. She practically begged me. I told her I couldn't.
But it tore you up inside to do that.
Yeah, it did.
You still love her, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Well, I saw how devastated she was. She loves you too.
That's what she says.
Ethan, you've forgiven Teresa before. What makes you think you're not going to do it again?
Hey, let me get that.
Thank you. Look at the bright side, David. John is over the moon with joy to meet the mother he didn't know. So what if she didn't give birth to him? She's obviously fulfilling some kind of primal need on his part.
It's called family, Ivy. Do you even know what that means?
Stop trying to insult me, David. It won't work. You should be down on your knees thanking me for the brilliance of my plan. I'll get Sam, you'll get Grace, and nobody has to know she was never your wife or John's mom.
But it's a total lie.
Well, lying is the least of your sins, as I recall.
Ivy, it's Sam and Grace. Can we come in? Come in. Are you sure we're not disturbing you? I know Eve said you needed to get some rest.
No, I'm glad for the company. Oh, how sweet.
Actually, it was all Grace's idea.
Are you feeling any better at all?
I wish I could say I was, but
I'm sorry you're in so much pain. You know, Ivy, if there's anything at all I can do to make you feel better, please let me know.
thank you. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Well, you know, if you'd like some company sometime, I'd be happy to stop by. You know, it's been a while since you and I have had a real talk.
Well, I'm sure that's my fault. All the things I've done to you.
Well, yeah, actually, I was thinking that that's what we could talk about.
Really?
Yeah, I have a few things that I'd like to say to you.
Like what?
Like, you know that I blamed you when I lost the baby, and I said some terrible things to you. I wish I could take them back. But in lieu of that, all I can do is apologize. I'm so sorry, Ivy. Can you ever forgive me?
Let's see. What is the best way to expose Ivy's plot to break up Sam and Grace? This could be interesting.
Honey, I don't care if Ivy is a Crane by marriage. I don't trust her worth a damn. I mean, she learned from a pro on how to destroy lives and without leaving prints. Well, at least he won't be around anymore.
Honey, I wish you wouldn't talk like that.
Why not, sweetheart? The man got what he deserved.
Yes, but with a murder investigation going on, it's not good that you should walk around talking about how much you hated him.
Sweetheart, I don't care who knows how I felt about Julian Crane and the rest of his rotten family. You know, this whole damn house could burn down for all I care, and the rest of them could never be seen or heard from again.
Okay, honey, now you're making me nervous and you're getting yourself all wound up for nothing. Julian's gone. He's never going to be able to hurt us, hurt you, ever again.
You're right, sweetheart. But Ivy can. It's not like she can do anything to us. Well, she wouldn't think twice on trying to destroy the marriage of our best friend.
Sam and Grace can take care of themselves, and she knows that.
You're right. But I still don't trust her as far as I could throw her.
My goodness. TC hates Ivy almost as much as I do. I may have just found my perfect means to achieve my end.
No offense, but I'm not real comfortable dancing this way.
Lighten up! It's a party!
What I meant was, aren't we related? I mean, your Aunt Grace is my mother.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you've never heard of kissing cousins.
Check out what's going on over here. You know, Charity is not acting like herself at all.
That's it. I've had enough.
Miguel, no.
Losing
My baby is probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me. But I realize now that it is not all your fault. I was wrong to lash out at you and curse you like I did. But I was in terrible pain. I didn't know what I was doing, but it was still wrong, nonetheless.
Grace,
And, you know, the thing that has helped me the most, that has really helped lessen my pain, is meeting John. The son I never knew I had. And he's not going to replace the baby that I lost, but he is the answer to some of my prayers. He's helping to put the worst night of my life behind me for once and for all.
How does it feel, huh, Ivy? Or are you too heartless to even feel?
God has heard my prayers, and he brought this wonderful young man back into my life. And all the petty anger and resentment that I felt towards you, it doesn't mean anything now that I have John.
You forget about Ivy and those cranes. They're not worth getting yourself all worked up for.
You're right, honey, but being in this house just makes my blood boil. Be thankful you never had much to do with Julian yourself.
He's never gonna hurt anybody ever again. You know, honey, I think it's time I checked on the kids.
Okay.
TC will be perfect. Oh, TC, I didn't realize you were in here.
I'm waiting for Eve.
Well, I always knew your wife was a wonderful doctor. I just never knew she was a saint.
Now, what the hell's that supposed to mean?
In the best of times, Ivy can be hard to deal with, so I can't imagine how difficult she must be these days.
Well, like you said, Rebecca, my wife is the good Samaritan in our family. She doesn't seem to mind.
And God bless her for it. Oh, I'm telling you, I would rather sit in a corner and eat worms and spend 1 minute more with Ivy than I had to.
Well, at least somebody around here agrees with me.
Don't tell me. You see through Ivy's act, too?
Always have, and always will.
You know, Teresa hurt you before, and you forgave her.
Yeah, I forgave her for not telling me that Julian wasn't my real father, even though she'd known for months. I forgave her when I found out that she accidentally married Julian in Bermuda when she was drunk on champagne. You know, but she swore that was the worst of it. You know, she promised me there were no more secrets, no more lies. You know, there was nothing else hanging out there to come back and bite us and tear us apart. But then to find out that not only did she have sex with Julian, but she got pregnant by him. How am I supposed to feel about that? I mean, my mother lied to me the whole time I was growing up about who my father was. How could I marry someone I can't trust?
So you can't forgive her then?
I don't know about that. I think maybe I can. But, you know, forgiveness is a lot different than believing that we can have any kind of life together. And that dream's over.
I wish there was something I could do to win back Ethan's trust. But for once, I can't think of a thing.
You know, maybe this is one of those times when the right thing to do is nothing.
But how can that be when my whole life depends on being with Ethan?
Honey, that's just not true. You're pregnant. You're carrying a baby.
I almost forgot.
Well, I think it's time that you start remembering. Because in a few months, you're gonna be the mother of a little person who's gonna meet you. You know, Ethan or not, you're gonna need to be strong for him or her.
Hey, I don't like the way you're dancing with my girl.
Sorry, Miguel. No offense meant.
No. Don't apologize to him. Who cares if you don't like the way we're dancing? We don't need your permission to have a good time, do we, John?
I want to talk to you.
Oh. Well, I don't want to talk to you. I thought I already told you that I want to hang out with other people. And I'm sorry, aren't you supposed to be out on a date with Kay tonight?
Yes, but that's
Then
different.
go be with her. Have fun. Leave me alone.
Don't you get it? Okay, your premonitions are wrong. I'm never gonna love Kay. And I'm always gonna love you.
Well, then we have a problem, Miguel. Because I don't want to be with you. Now leave me alone.
Could you give us a little time alone together?
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Feel better soon, Ivy.
Don't you dare hurt her any more than you already have, Ivy. Don't you dare.
Why did you want Sam to leave?
Because this is about us, not him. Look, I was reeling from the loss of my unborn child, but that didn't give me the right to lash out at you like I did. I realize now that by losing control like that, I am as much to blame for the things that you did to me as you are.
You don't know anything, not a damn thing.
I am truly sorry for the things that I said and thought about you. Can you ever forgive me, Ivy?
You know, maybe I'm making too much of this. But when I was upstairs, I overheard a very interesting conversation between Ivy and David.
You know what? I walked in on them myself.
And did you think that was odd? I mean, I know Ivy says that she's interested in his photography and all, but the conversation I overheard was way more intense than that.
I got the same impression. I could have sworn I heard her threaten him. But she claimed she was trying to get him to get some more pain pills.
Well, I don't buy it. I mean, why would you get an almost stranger to go procure drugs for you? I mean, when any member of the household staff could go out and fill a prescription for her. Now, there's something fishy going on around here.
Do you think David's involved?
I don't know how else to explain it. Do you think Ivy could be using him to help break up Sam and Grace? I mean, I always thought it was so strange the way David Hastings just blew into harmony and just claimed that he was Grace's long-lost husband. What if he isn't really Grace's husband? What if Ivy hired him to help break up Sam and Grace?
Honey, your life isn't over. Far from it. You know, in fact, you've got the best reason to live that there is. That little baby growing inside of you.
My baby. I'm gonna be a mother.
That is exactly right. So, even if it seems like the end of the world without Ethan, it really isn't. This baby is going to be a brand new beginning for you. So you got to keep your focus on that baby, okay, and nothing else. And you know what? For starters, we're going to get you out of this cold right now, okay?
Okay. You know what? You are right, Whitney. I need to think about my baby because it's all I have left.
Honey, what about me? Your family? Come on, we're still here for you.
I've let y'all down, Whitney. You know, you and Mama, Louise, you're all disappointed in me. And Ethan.
You know, Sam's right, Grace. This really isn't necessary. It is to me.
Look, Ivy, I cursed you. I think I have a lot to do with why you got hit by lightning and why you are laying in this bed in pain right now.
Don't be ridiculous.
The Standish women are born with a very strong connection to the supernatural.
Yes, I know. You've told me that
And
before.
it's true. My curse has a power to it, Ivy. If I use my gift in the wrong way, I hurt people. That's what I did to you. That's why I need to apologize to you. I never meant to cause you this much pain and grief.
Look, Grace, even if I believe you about this gift, as you say, be honest. Don't you think I deserve whatever happened to me? I mean, I made your life a living hell going after Sam.
Yeah, I know. But I think you've learned your lesson. You realize that Sam and I are going to stay married. I'm right, aren't I? You've put all those old feelings for Sam to rest.
Oh, you must think I am positively mad, going on and on about Ivy's diabolical plot to get Sam back. No, I think I have been reading too many suspense novels lately.
No, what you said is very interesting. You think David Hastings could be a phony?
Well, it's so far-fetched. No, and I don't even think Ivy would go to that much trouble, not even for her first love.
Ivy would do anything to get what she wants. Funny thing is that Sam had his own suspicions about him when he came to town, and he ran a thorough check on him.
There goes that theory.
And he even got a copy of the marriage license between David and Grace, and spoke to the priest that married them.
Well, couldn't that sort of thing be faked? I mean, if somebody had the money and the means to do so, and Ivy is a Crane.
Got that right.
Oh, and I just thought of something else. If David is not Grace's husband, then that young man who just started school here is not her son. Oh, and I know something that even a Crane cannot manipulate.
What's that?
A DNA match. Now, if they could get David's son's DNA and match it with Grace's DNA, then they'd know whether or not they were really related. Oh, I'm sorry, I am really losing it here. Even Ivy would not go that far. I am obviously letting my feelings for her affect my already overactive imagination. Well, good night, TC. Oh, it was so nice talking to you.
Honey, I know it's hard, but come on, you're a tough girl. And this is one of those times when you're just gonna have to dig down and use some of that toughness.
But it's not fair. You know, this could be the happiest time of my life if only Ethan were with me. You know that I never meant to sleep with Julie, and I thought that I was making love to Ethan.
Teresa, don't you get it? Even now. It's not so much about who you had sex with, or even the fact that you're pregnant. Look, what tore things apart between you and Ethan was the fact that you lied to him again. When will you ever learn, Teresa?
Hey, you know, don't let Charity's sour mood spoil your night, Miguel.
Sorry, Kay. I just can't think about anything else. Excuse me.
You know, I just don't get it. This is so not like Charity.
You got that right, Jessie, baby. I didn't know better. That mean Charity would have me fooled, too. She is hell on wheels.
But Timmy thought Kay conjured her up in order to get next to Miguel. That's definitely not working.
Just give her time, Tim Tim. Kay is one of those never-say-die girls. She'll come up with something, you just wait and see.
Can you come with me, please?
I left messages for the girls. I think they must have their cell phones turned off. Honey? Are you okay?
Oh, no, I was just thinking about
Hey, where's Grace?
She's upstairs asking Ivy for forgiveness.
What?
She seems to think that she owes Ivy an apology for cursing her out a while back. But if you ask me, Ivy deserves that and more for all the pain she's caused.
Well, leave it to Grace to try and be an absolute saint to the queen of mean. Well, maybe some of her goodness will rub off on Ivy.
I doubt it. But as long as she stops causing problems for me and Grace...
What is she hiding? What if Ivy is more than hell-bent on trying to split you and Grace apart?
It won't work. Grace and I are keen to Ivy's tricks.
What about David? What if he were never Grace's husband at all?
I wish I'd never been born.
Teresa, please don't say things like that.
But it's true. You know, why did I have to scan those papers about Ethan's paternity to my computer in the first place? See, that was my first mistake, which led to my second mistake, which led me sitting here with you, alone, guilty, pregnant. Why can't life be like a game where you get a do-over? Because I would be so careful not to make any wrong moves.
Well, life isn't a game. You only get one chance to do it right, and trust me, I'm learning that the hard way.
You are. What would you do differently if you had another turn?
So I'm surprised to see you here.
Yeah, Gwen wanted to come by.
Oh, let me guess. She thought this place would cheer you up?
Yeah.
Has it worked?
No, but I didn't really expect it to.
Listen, man, not for nothing, but I know that Teresa did a big number on you, dude. And the fact is that the girl still loves you, man. And I know for a fact that you still love her.
It doesn't matter. It's like they say, Chad, you know, sometimes love isn't enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it's so hard to remember that.
Is Whitney here?
You kidding, man? Nah, she knew I was gigging here tonight. Now I'm the last person that she'd want to see.
Hi, Timmy. Would you like to dance with me? It would be Timmy's honor.
Moves pretty well for stuffed cloth.
Please, I'm not in the mood for you, Ross.
Well, if I remember correctly, it's a free country and I can stand anywhere I want. Some nephew you've got there.
Isn't he? All the girls think he's just a living doll.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying all along.
I'll see you guys. I'm gonna call tonight.
Oh, but it's still early.
I have a ton of studying to do before tomorrow.
Is that the real reason why you want to split?
You really have to ask with what happened with Miguel and Charity?
Oh, but come on, that's not your fault. I mean, Charity was all over you.
I didn't know she was like that.
Well, that's just the weird part. I mean, she's not like that, at least not until lately.
Well, I hope they patch things up, but in the meantime, I'm out of here.
It's okay. Good night. All right, good night.
Good night.
You know, if I didn't know any better, I would think that Kay was behind the way Charity's acting. Me too. But there's no way that she could turn her into a whole nother person. I don't get it.
What is your problem, Kay?
My problem? My problem is that your job is to help me get next to Miguel, not to make him so upset that all he wants to do is be alone. I did everything that you said, right?
I was mean as a snake to him.
Then, you know what? We're gonna need a new trick. Okay. Try this.
Ivy, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I mean, I know you've let go of the idea of ever being with Sam.
Oh, Grace, if you only knew the truth.
Ivy, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that we're ever gonna be great friends. But it would be nice if there weren't any hard feelings between us. I'm hoping that you'll forgive me for all the terrible things that I said to you. Of course, Grace, it's fine. I forgive you. Thank you, Ivy. And I hope nothing but the best for you. I hope you recover quickly. And I hope that someday that you find the same happiness in your life that I found with Sam.
You have a heart of stone, Ivy. A heart of stone.
All I'm saying is, what if Ivy hired David to pose as Grace's husband? And John isn't their son.
Honey, I know you hate and despise the Cranes, but this is going too far.
Sweetheart, I don't think so.
I was suspicious of David when he first arrived in Harmony, but I had a story checked with the records in Hartford. They have a marriage license.
Can't records be fixed?
Of course they can. But it would take someone with connections, someone with power, money.
And who has all of that line straight up, Sammy? Ivy Crane. This is exactly something Ivy can and would do.
Bye-bye, Ivy. I've got you this time.